Good evening. My name is Robert Ford. I was a wealthy businessman, and now I'm a retired wealthy businessman. 2 nights ago, I was viciously murdered by, well, you'll see.
Good evening, everybody. Take a seat. I'm Detective Frank Norton with the LAPD. I'm here to oversee the private investigation Mr. Ford has requested in his will. Any questions?
Why am I here? I only met Mr. Ford a few times.
Mr. Ford was killed by suffocation, clearly murder. Currently, we have no leads. Well, you 3 are our only leads. We found only 5 fingerprints in the house. Ms. Ford's, Mr. Henson's, and Mr. Sullivan's.
Yeah, but why are we doing this in his house?
Why not, Mr. Henson? This is my case, and I've decided you all may be able to shed some light on the subject.
Alright, but what's stopping us from leaving?
Mr. Ford's will declares that if he had been murdered, the one to solve the crime would receive $1 million. Your choice. Why don't you folks take a look around?
Oh, Mr. Sullivan.
Just Patrick's fine.
All right then, Patrick. How'd you know my father?
I was his plumber.
You're joking.
Afraid not. My associate and I did some work over here a couple years ago. Your pop had some leaky pipes. He was always complaining about ghosts and spirits.
Ghosts. You thought this place was haunted?
Thought? I've seen him, Miss Ford.
Uh-huh.
I don't joke. It was about 2 years ago. The house got flooded. David and I stayed late fixing the pipes. I walked into the bathroom, looked into the mirror, and BANG! There he was, as white as a sheet, his face practically hanging off his head. I turned around, and he wasn't even there.
Maybe those late nights soaking your head are catching up to you, Mr. Sullivan.
Patrick. It's Patrick.
We cleaned this place days ago, found nothing. Ford may as well have never set foot in the place. No fingerprints, no hair, nothing at all. Why'd your dad live in this place?
What do you mean? Why didn't he own a mansion?
Yeah, why so suburban?
I don't think he liked mansions and stuff like that.
Well, he likes some weird stuff. We found some stuffed cow out in the garage. I bet that's not the last thing we'll find.
Like what?
Who knows? We talked to all the neighbors and their kids said this place was haunted. It's probably just your father playing pranks and stuff. No offense, but I think he was a little,
Nuts?
eccentric. Gentlemen,
Yeah?
any luck?
No. We were just the guy's plumbers.
Yeah, it looks like the only person here with a legitimate connection to the guy was his daughter. What happened?
There was a thing there! It just... and then...
There's nothing out here, miss. You folks stay here. I'm gonna go check outside.
Why don't we all sit down? I think I know why my father was murdered. He didn't keep his money at the bank. I don't know where he kept it, but somewhere close.
I told you about those pranks, Mrs. Ford. He was on a zip line outside. Must have been a motion sensor or something. The old guy was crazy.
Detective, I think I solved this mystery.
Oh, yeah?
It was all about the money, Mr. Norton. You two, when you came here to fix the plumbing, you found it, didn't you? And when you came back here to get it, you killed my father.
Bad luck, detective.
Steady. You're not getting out of this alive. Just let her go. Ford? It's been one heck of a night.
Yeah.
Have a nice life.
Have a good night.